Okay, when women are like, I want a provider, I'm like, girl, are you sure? Have you guys actually dated? I've dated them. I know what it feels like. It feels like borderline, you're signing your life off to slavery.
Whoa. So, your king in yellow is a black man, and a black American man at that, and we have some experience with the good old slavery word. And the thing about slaves, honey, is that slaves didn't get paid.
Unfortunately, I've never met a man that just provided out of the kindness of his heart.
Has she ever read a history book? I really think a lot of these modern women don't actually study history. They don't study economics, because who has ever provided something for nothing? A provider man is a receiver man.
Out of the goodness of my heart, everything is free. No money down, no car note, 100% free. Take it. Come on, take the cars. They're all free. Hurry before they're gone. Free cars for everyone.
It's always been like a form of control and like slavery.
It's crazy to me how these women will call you broke, and then when you have the money and you're providing, which I don't recommend you do, then they call you controlling.
I've had men that are like, I'll pay for your apartment, I'll pay for your car, I'll pay for... And I've said no.
Do you really believe that regular men who have enough money to pay for an adult's apartment and car are just randomly walking up to this woman who looks like this and just offering her stuff? To me, she sounds like another woman that's in the sex industry. Now, as a black man living in a city, I have run into a lot of women, especially when I was blue pill, who had all of this stuff and I never knew how, only to discover when I got a bit older that they were all sex workers. Sex workers tend to tell the same kind of story. The idea of these men just showing up and offering to pay for everything, but they leave out the details, like how the dude offering to pay everything is 20 to 30 years older than her, and she met him on a sugar baby site.
Repeatedly. Like, no. Because I'm so sketched out. I've seen it go so wrong for so many women that it's like I would have to really trust someone to allow them to provide for me. Like, I would have to really trust someone. Because I'm so sketched out.
If she's so sketched out, then why doesn't she just date a man at her same income level and go 50-50? I mean, her solution is really easy to fix, in my opinion. If you don't want a man that wants to pay for everything, then just get a man that doesn't want to pay for everything. Most men don't want to pay for everything.
But I do think they like to control, and they like to control by money and paying bills, and I could take care of that. And it's like, oh my God.
Honey, what do you mean controlling? Think about it. You think they're going to let you walk into their lives that they painstakingly built with a system and a routine, which many women would call boring? You think that man is going to let you come into his life and ruin things because you refuse to control yourself? If you controlled yourself, he wouldn't feel like he needs to control you. You're walking up to a guy that has enough money to be a provider man, which means he makes at the bare minimum the salaries of 2 adult people by himself, maybe more. In order to make that much more money than the average person, this man has to have a very controlled system that's producing him all of this wealth, and allowing you, sweetie, to come into his life and screw things up by acting crazy would be as dumb as letting a guy with a lit match run inside a fireworks factory.
And that's why they want to provide for you. And mind you, I only date successful men, so I don't be dating bums.
Interesting. I don't believe that. We all know that's a lie. But let's just say it's true, right? You only date successful men. Why have you dated so many successful men? None of them wanted to keep you? I wonder why.
Only date kind providers, because providing alone isn't enough.
Now, for you guys that want to lead with your wallet in America, I want to listen to what she just said. Doesn't she sound like Akash Singh's wife? I'm going to do a video on him if you guys think I should in the comments. She said providing is not enough. She never spoke about what she offers a man, which is nothing. But what these women want is they're not looking for a paragon provider man. Instead, what they're looking for is an Akash, a simp that will accept nothing, pay for everything, and just be happy to be there. She wants free reign to do whatever she wants with no question. And what she wants is permission to be dumb and have you pay for everything and be the cleanup man. And it gets worse when we look into the comments. This modern woman wrote, broke men will control you through your money and rich men will control you through theirs. So no matter what a man does, he's a controller. And in their morality, being a controller means that they are morally superior to you and that they win and that you're bad. But let's break this down. How does a broke man control a woman through her money? It's your money. Do you not have agency over your own money? money? Or are you just looking for an excuse to blame men no matter what? And how are rich men controlling you through their money? You can just leave. You're sticking around because being around a rich man is a much more satisfying life than doing it by yourself. And you're with a broke man because a broke man is all you are aligned with. You want it to be the provider. You want it to be a boss B. You want it to be the controller. Well, guess what happens? The controller gets someone who's broke. This comment is exactly what I was thinking. So this man's brain is working, and when she made the slavery comment to being provided for, he called her out for it. And the woman under him says, because it is. Multiple women are saying that being provided for is slavery. That's why when, people say we're too mean, I tell you brothers all the time, we're not mean enough. For all you Akash wannabes, I want you to hear this one. Choli writes, OMG, so true. And then they use it against you in an argument. I did this for you. You wouldn't have that if it wasn't for me. Like, don't offer it if you're gonna moan about it later. So I know exactly where this comment is coming from. This is a guy who is working hard to provide things that this woman wants. And instead of congratulating him when he comes home, she's throwing more problems at him and is complaining to him. And he's absolutely flabbergasted and is just totally confused. And he's like, what are you talking about? I worked 60 hours for you. You wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for what I did. And her response is, don't offer it if you're gonna moan about it. Yeah, you understand why I don't offer them anything? Why I will look them dead in their eye? I have women all the time. In my city, at least, Keishas, they will come up and they'll always have some sad story about their baby or this or that. And they'll be like, hey, MBH, can you help me with, this or with that? Or do you have $100 here or there? And I look them coldly in the eye and I say no. And then I buy whatever I was going to buy right in front of them. And I leave. And I don't feel bad about it. Because they don't deserve it. This is why that $40 rule is so important, man. Don't spend more on them than $40. That makes you impossible to be used for by your money. If they try to start calling you broke, that just means they don't like you enough. I had to censor this one's whole profile pic because her bazongas were out. She's clearly a SW worker. And what she says is, they're all like that. It's never truly genuine with the crying emoji. Imagine having your tatas out, being an obvious ex-worker and crying that it's never genuine. Lady, you're not in the genuine business. Another man with common sense says, why would someone expect 100% responsibility for another adult with no extra authority? The two are directly associated, which is absolutely true. Why would you accept 100% responsibility for another adult with no authority over what that adult does? That seems like the worst deal in history. And the same lady who made this video says, no, I provided for friends and family 100% and didn't default to being authoritative. First of all, when women tell stories about themselves, we automatically know they are lying about what actually happened. They never tell the truth. The only way to prove them wrong is to write down every incident of what actually happened in reality and just shove the receipts in their face. And what they're gonna do is their face is gonna change and they're gonna get really angry and start barking at you. And once they realize that you're a man and you're not scared of them and you're not intimidated and you're not a simp, they're gonna shut down. They're gonna try to lie on your name. And if that fails, because you're a king in yellow and you understand how this works, they're gonna vanish. They've been exposed and they're gonna disappear. A lot of women do this all the time. For example, how many women just completely leave the cities where they were raised and go someplace else to start anew with a new reputation? These are women that tried all of this, burnt their reputation, were exposed, and they ran away. This modern woman, who's a college student, says that she learned about this today in the psychology of women class. Imagine paying your daughter to go to college, hundreds of thousands of dollars, so she can take a psychology of women college class. And what she learned is this is called benevolent sexism. No matter what you do, man, it's still called sexism. Benevolent sexism now, you simply can't win, except if you refuse to play the game and you become a heretic, like I suggest you do. You follow the yellow path, you can actually start to win this game, because instead of being a red king and caring about the community and conservatism, you decide to walk the golden path of male happiness and you become hypergamous yourself. This lady says you should still keep your job while they are providing. This one blew me away. If you have a job, we're going 50-50. What do you mean you have a job and I'm providing? And the one under her says, yep, starting my full-time job next week and I have zero bills. This is the Akash special. Never be Akash. Look what Akash gets. That's the only thing following that simp path will get you. Your money is our money and her money is her money. And now I bring you to a tale of two simps. There's two dudes who make comments under this video that I want you to see. This is what I call the smart guy who isn't a simp. He says guys with money have options to call the shots. And if you don't like it, then goodbye. Men with money have plenty of options and plenty of women lined up waiting for a guy willing to spend, which is 100% true. And this is a man who is confident in himself and understands the hypergamy war and is set up to win. Then you got this sad simp coming in, Alex Too Nice. And here's what he has to say. It has to be in generosity and unconditional love. It elevates someone's heart due to the intentionality and pureness. And she gives him a yes, queen, like he's part of the Rainbow Squad. But this guy is not part of the Rainbow Squad. He's a heterosexual simp. And I want you to look at his simping comment, ironically got 69 likes. Look what his second comment gets. He says, hey queen, since all y'all liking, where's my little mama? Laughing, but then crying. The crying is his real emotions. Then he tries to pass out his Instagram. It's called Alex Too Nice 13. Alex Too Nice. Wow, what a simp. And he has 0 likes on this one. That's all simps get. You're just there for their validation and then they don't need you anymore. The next comment exposes the reach of Shara 7 in rotting society. She says, this is why Shara 7 said to date a generous man. They be the ones willing to provide as they get wealthier. Now, brothers, I ask you, has there ever been a case of a man becoming wealthier and not providing more to his family, which always includes the woman that he's dating? I have never heard of a single case where a man became wealthier and didn't provide more to his friends, family, and the women that he's dating. When the small town boy gets rich, he tends to come back to his old community and enrich that community, often to the detriment of himself. For example, MC Hammer lost a significant portion of his estimated $70 million fortune by employing, supporting, and housing roughly 200 people from his community to help them escape the street life, contributing to his 1996 bankruptcy. That's what a paragon man tends to do. I have never seen the same in a woman who's made it. What I've seen is when a woman makes it, she often does a transformation, lies about her past, pretends to be a completely different woman like this crazy lady here, and leaves everyone else behind. And I saved the best for last. This comment over here shows how even quote-unquote good girls, when they get with that sisterhood of wilted flowers, they also want to make it seem like they're living that wilted flower lifestyle. So this is what this woman says. She says, my man hands me his paychecks and I give him the budget. Mind you, this is willingly. She's trying to act like she's a boss. And her man is a simp who comes home and gives her the paycheck, and she's just sitting there young and beautiful and cackling. But when I went to her struggle TikTok page, and I say that full disclosure knowing I have a struggle YouTube page, it looks like we're the same. She's a normal person. And when we go to her page, it tells a completely different story. So I grew up with Mexicans and Hispanics, right? The first thing I noticed when going on her page is she's clearly was pregnant. That's her main profile photo. Going down a bit more, we see that she has photos with a newborn baby, and she definitely does not look like a baddie. She looks like a recovering mom. And when you scroll farther down, you can get a picture of what her man looks like. Nowhere in any of these photos does this man look like a simp, like he's groveling at her feet and she's the boss. From what I see, what I look when I see these couple photos is I see a woman that is submitting to her man. And I see a man that is acting as a paragon man. There's a cute little baby there. She looks like a tired mother, and he looks like an exhausted father. And growing up with Mexicans, I know that most of the time the dudes have 2 to 3, maybe 4 different jobs. I imagine what's really happening is this man is coming home working 60 hours a week, absolutely exhausted, with a newborn and a recovering wife that just gave birth. And since she's staying at home all day, he's just giving her the paycheck so she can do her duty as a homemaker. He wants his entire paycheck to go to the home. He's probably not trying to spend it on 304s. He's not trying to buy a brand new car. He's a paragon man who wants to invest in a family life, and he's just giving her the money so she can invest it in the family life, which paints a way different photo from the one she's pretending to be in the little sisterhood, like her man is just a simp and she's participating too. And women do this because if women try to act like paragon women, the sisterhood rips them apart, which is why I don't believe in marriage and why I don't believe in relationships that last more than 7 years, at least while staying in America, because the paragon man has fallen and the modern woman is the one who did him in.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy.